Ladies and gentlemen, from the depths of flyover country in the heartland of America, the Kansas City on the other side of the mighty Mo, welcome to Hittin the Bricks with Kathleen, the do-it-yourself genealogy podcast that features your questions and her answers. I am John, your humble hubby host, saying welcome to new listeners in New Zealand, the Philippines, Netherlands, Hungary, Finland, and of course, the good old USA. Now let's start Hittin the Bricks. Here we go. Now you're on. So yeah, that intro was kind of interesting, where we have people from New Zealand, the Philippines, Netherlands. We have a lot of people listening. Maybe not a lot of people listening, but we've got a few people in a lot of places as opposed to a lot of people in a few places.
Yes, but that means it'll spread quickly as people learn about us.
Like a bacteria. That's what we're shooting for.
I would like something a little bit more positive, if that's okay. So today I was talking on the phone to the banker, and she saw our email, and she says, "So, do you do genealogy?" Yes, that's what I do for a living.
Which email?
This one was A3 genealogy. This was the A3 genealogy one. And she said, "That is so cool." And she says, "Do you have like a podcast or a YouTube channel?" So I shared it with her. Yeah, so it's kind of fun.
That's cool. Yeah, that's fun. Was she the one in the Philippines, or
no? She was
offshore accounts or something that I'm not aware of?
I wouldn't tell you if we did.
I see. I thought I caught you on that one. I thought I caught you. What was? Let me see. What else? Because I haven't really seen you today, because we've been headed in different directions since. Well, we did the Costco run together.
We went to Costco as usual, John. I'm sure our listeners think we live in Costco.
An early date for old people. We went to Costco. It was our social time.
Our private club.
We like strolling through the aisles and sampling the Costco crudité.
Yes.
It's too stupid. And then, how'd you do on Wordle, by the way?
I got it in 5. I should have gotten it in 4, but I made a mistake.
And I got it in 4.
Yeah, well, Brad.
So this is a common thing that we do, which I was thinking earlier. I was like, I don't know, because we've been comparing Wordle scores for a long time. Is it really, are we comparing scores, or are we just tracking our mental decline?
I think it's more the latter.
I think
it's the latter.
I'm starting to see some trends here that...
I have mental capacity.
You do. Yes, you do. You have mental capacity, whereas I have dwindling capacities of all types.
Oh, that sounds so sad. So, mister, what are we here to talk about today?
You had said that you wanted to discuss, we were going to get an update on when Skynet will become self-aware and the world will end because of artificial intelligence.
I can talk about artificial intelligence as it's being used in genealogy right now. Mm-hmm. And I want to talk about one specific one. I don't know anything about Skynet.
You've been using an AI, and you were really excited about this AI feature, which, I mean, I've heard you talk about it from the other room, but I don't know that I really know what's going on. So tell me about it.
So as part of FamilySearch, I know they talked about it a lot at Roots Tech this year. Mm-hmm. And for the last 3 projects, which all have been colonial for me, and I'm talking between 1640 till Revolutionary War, I have found this to be a lifesaver. It helps me really work with the names that are so common, because everybody has to have a John and a Mary and a Thomas and a William. I have been working on 3 different sets, one a Scott, one a Nichols, and now a Thompson.
And what is it? What is the AI doing?
So what it allows you to do is it actually even has a transcription of the Old English. It has a transcription, and I can put in these common names in a quote in the state I'm looking for or county, and I can narrow it down.
Hang on a second. So the AI is crawling records?
Exactly. All of the FamilySearch records. And if you know, that's our largest collection outside probably of National Archives. Right now it's in a beta form. Mm-hmm. And so they call it an experiment, but everybody can access it and use it. And it's fabulous if you have a Brickwall.
If I took my name and was looking for just instances of my name within a time frame, is that something I could do with that? Or you just started talking about the time frame.
It's more of a historical time frame, right? So we're not talking
large
present
stands.
Day, right? So I would do it by county. And then if you know that someone might have had a will in 1694, you can do that also. But the key to it is how you're using the...
Are they Boolean operators?
Yes, but you can also use the plus sign, or you could put a phrase in a quote. So what I have found when I'm putting in my keywords, let's say John Nichols, Virginia, there's so many of them. I might want the one that I know died in 1744.
Okay.
And so I would put a plus sign with John Nichols in quotes all together, and then put a plus sign with Virginia in quotes, and the same thing with John Nichols quotes and the year. And the reason I want to do the plus sign in each one of those, if you don't, it doesn't know you're wanting it to be necessarily included. It's almost like it's optional.
If you just list it like John Nichols in quotes, and then right next to it, space quote, Virginia, then it'll accept that as, well, I'm looking for John Nichols or I'm looking for Virginia.
That is correct. And I'm sure there's a lot of other tricks and tips with it, and I have played with them. But I have noticed that this is just giving me absolutely excellent results.
When you say it gives you excellent results, what's the practicality of that? So you're working on a case. What was the circumstance without, giving a client's work away or whatever? I'm not asking you to do that.
No, that's fine. Let's say I'm looking for the parents of John Nichols.
Okay.
Every John Nichols is related to a William Nichols. But and a lot of them are married to the same girl because they all, have the same child.
No, hang on. That's polygamy.
No, yes. All of them are related to the same named daughter, and the reason is because they're naming it after their mothers. So if there's 5 Nichols brothers, they all had an Abigail. So what I'm doing now, I can put this as, I want this John Nichols who's married to Isabel, but they do have a daughter named Abigail, and they do live in Virginia. I am finding that this is how I'm working through a triplet family and the Nichols family right now. I could talk about John Nichols all day and you don't know which John Nichols there is. So
no, I don't even have an idea.
Yes. So I can work through these problems, and then they will it offers me all the documents, and it would tell me the time frame and which county in Virginia it's in Henrico County, this is in Richmond County, and it goes right through.
So you would be able to contact, let's say, local repositories from that point.
No, they actually show me the documents.
Oh, okay. The digital,
I can actually show
documents.
Exactly. That's the plus about this AI, is scouring the database, showing me the digital documents, and giving me a transcription, and I can download both of those. I can even analyze it later.
I'm curious, have you taken any notes on how accurate a transcription of, let's say, writing from 1700 is?
I have definitely taken note of it, not notes, but note, meaning that the transcriptions aren't that great.
Right.
So that means to me that the AI is missing some of the readings. So you might have to do a search on several words before you get exactly what you want.
So have you had any breakthroughs because of it?
Absolutely. The entire Scott family. That was amazing. And now I've had the Nichols family. I can tell them who they're not related to, and that's the Nichols. But that is also through DNA.
So the Nichols family is not actually the Nichols family, kind of like the Brandt family is kind of not the Brandt family.
Right.
It is for a while, but...
Exactly. And they are for a while, back to the 1690 something. Before that, I don't know. So I do know who they're matching on DNA, but I'm now in the process of taking their DNA matches and doing the same thing because I need to find documents.
So I'm feeling a lot of motivation for lazy genealogists like me. Hey, folks, this one's for us. It sounds like, wait a minute now, it sounds like I've just found my head researcher, and it's called Skynet, AI. Can anybody use this? Can a beginner go in there and use it, or is it going to be like so...
No.
I'm not going to understand a...
Now, again, I'm talking about is FamilySearch.org. You must start at the homepage, at the very top homepage. So just click in the upper left-hand corner where the logo is.
Okay.
And then when you come down, scroll all the way down and to the right, all the way down, the very last thing on that page will say View Experiments.
Oh, fun.
Do you see it? Are you following along with me,
No,
John?
I'm not following along. I got enough going on with my computer right now. I mean, I got 2 hamsters that are running full tilt right now. And if I open up one more window,
yes,
Bob is going to quit. I know he's going to quit. So it's okay.
So we want hamster Bob running. So if you go to View Experiments, it will take you to a page of all their experiments. And one of them says just go to experiment.
Now, does it do translations?
I have not done a translation.
Okay,
and I haven't seen that it does. Okay. But there's other places I can give you to do the translations. FamilySearch's experiment clearly tells you somewhere that it's really right now for American documents. And I think that might be one of the issues, right? Because they are giving you a transcription and so forth.
Yeah, it seems like it would be a whole other layer to that. Wow. That's pretty cool. It's
wonderful. I mean, what my clients are getting for 10 and 20 hours now is pretty amazing.
Okay, so that's all the good. Okay.
Yes.
And that's really interesting. Now, let's talk about how this will end life as we know it on planet Earth. Okay, so there's always got to be a downside to this kind of research. So where is it going to lead me to make a big mistake when I'm researching doing these things? Or can you see that?
I did see it yesterday, actually. I let AI take me to a set of records, and the record was great. And I got names from this record. If I would have stopped there, I would have not seen the other issues. But something told me, go back about 15 pages and just scroll through. So it didn't even put me in the right place, the right time frame, and in the right book. But if I didn't go back and start looking also, I would have missed about 12 or 13 other documents that were pertinent to how this record got created. So the lazy genealogist, John, it's still not welcomed.
So what I'm seeing is if you approach it correctly, then this is fantastic and can be really helpful. And if you don't approach it correctly, then it's going to exacerbate the issues that are created. It's going to make it's going to give you bigger problems faster.
Right. It can. It's like everything a good genealogist would do, and that is corroborate, get other clues, get more names, make sure your story is the truth.
Well, this doesn't sound like it's making a lazy genealogist's job easier, so I'm pretty well done with this. So that's enough of that. I don't need that.
I have to tell you, John,
what?
Lazy genealogist or genealogy is not a goal. It's not a goal. It's just not a goal.
I don't know.
It might be a thing, but it's not a goal.
It's a thing that happens all over, but we don't discuss it in public. Okay, so no lazy genealogist. It's a dirty word.
It's a 4-letter word.
What? Genealogist?
Lazy, John. It's a 4-letter word.
There's more of that mental decline if you're saying. So, okay, so wait a minute. Time is just flying by. We got all caught up on the end of the world with artificial intelligence. I don't want to run out of time. We had also someone else who, again, they signed up on they subscribed to our Linktree page.
Yes,
right?
Linktree.
So it's a Linktree page for Hittin the Bricks. Linktree/Hittin the Bricks. So
we have a new winner of our monthly winner for the month of April. For the MyHeritage Complete package.
You did that so much better than the 4 takes I just did. I'm only using that. You do it better, you say it better, you look better when you say it, darling. I'm loving this. Okay, go, baby. Go with it.
Oh, my. And she had already even signed up for MyHeritage for the free because I had put up how to move your DNA. from Ancestry to there.
Because of the tools. They have great tools. Yeah. Okay.
And it's Andrea Hatfield from Saline County, Missouri.
And we know, yes, of course we know Andrea now.
Yes, Andrea and I actually know each other because she has helped me in work in Saline County, and she helped us with the podcast about 4 podcasts ago with Howard Murray when he was one of our guests. And the name of that particular podcast was A Grave Situation Buried on the Farm.
Yeah, those graves that maybe 5 people, maybe up to 20. We didn't know.
Right. We didn't know. But she was able to assist us in that particular podcast for Howard. And it was really a lot of fun. So I'm very happy that Andrea was excited to receive the April 1-year subscription value of $300 from MyHeritage.
Very cool. And thank you to MyHeritage for that wonderful donation that helps people reconnect in a lot of different ways. Because that's what really it's all about. It's not just the dates. It's not just the wheres and whens. It's the connection. And speaking of, so you mentioned family reunions and said you wanted to talk about how soon to start. And I have a feeling there was an experience or something with this. The first one of yours, when you first started doing family research, your shingle wasn't hung out to do it publicly. You were just doing it for your own family to answer your own questions. And your mother, Jerry, and you were so sick at the time, but Jerry decided that, you're going to have a family reunion since you did this work. So she kind of pulled the trigger on, and how much time was there to set up this family reunion?
Well, we actually had she decided she was having a family reunion as early as January. Mm-hmm. And I hooked her up even because I kept saying, I don't want a family reunion. That's not what I did. That's just more work for me. Right. And so I did the booklet. I did everything, and I was ready to, against my will, but I was doing it. And she did all the planning and...
Well, I remember we did like 2 pages of family trees and that had to be inserted in.
Yes.
I don't know how many books did we do. There were like 80 books or something.
Oh, no, that family reunion had over 100 people. It was the first one.
I remember it was a lot of work from this side.
And I was hospitalized.
And then you go into the hospital.
And had to fly to San Diego to go to a specialist hospital and miss the whole thing.
It was a family reunion for me because I went out and stayed with my half-brother who was in California. So it was a family reunion of sorts.
And my mother had to give the presentation that I was slated for. We would sit on the porch while I was in my pajamas, sick as all get out, and on oxygen. I mean, it was a sad story. And mother stole the show with her exaggerated ways of telling very naughty stories about things that happen.
I had wondered where you got that from, that exaggerated way of telling.
Sharing stories.
Yeah, sharing stories. Yeah, that doesn't run in the family apparently, but okay, keep going.
So everyone else got to go, and I didn't after all of this. But the point was, if you're starting a family reunion, and you want it in June or July, and hers, I think, was in July. If that is their time frame, you need to allow for those 6 months because what can go wrong goes wrong.
You need a full 6 months. If you're having a family reunion, the idea would be give it 6 months.
Yeah. In January, you've already know that you all want a family reunion for the summer because you've been through all the family by Thanksgiving and Christmas. Everybody wants it. So start the planning. And I'm not just talking about the hotel. I'm talking about the content. What's your goal of this family reunion?
I think one of the considerations was location for that. Now, other reunions you had, as people started taking over in the family and saying, hey, let's have this one or interject this portion of the family taking over, having a family reunion. We went to Las Vegas, and wasn't there Phoenix?
Vegas, Minnesota, Omaha, Kentucky was a great one.
Yeah.
And so it was to accommodate different groups of people also.
Different groups of people in the family, but that's kind of a later on. But you would suggest probably that your first family reunion, if you're doing it for the first time, if you've just started genealogy and you're finding all these people, is to really find a central location.
Find a central one.
Makes it easier to travel.
We still didn't get a lot of the Far East or the California. We got all of the middle section. And for my family, we all settled there. There was the descendants of 24 children from 2 brothers.
Yeah,
and that first one was just the 2.
Spouses. If you go, it's not a vacation for you. It's a working trip. And if
it's
you're
not for you, John. Other people's spouses get to enjoy. But when I'm kind of like the head person making sure everything's right, and everybody else gets to go to the horse races in Louisville.
That's what I was going to say.
You and I get to go to Kinko's and make more pictures of the family so that the room was decorated.
Right, so that everybody's aunt is happy with the table set.
Right.
They have enough pictures there. It's not just renting a hotel room or a hotel venue where you can do a presentation. There's a lot more to it. So
we've had some really great ones, though. All of I think our family reunions have been really
all your
good.
Reunions have been a lot of fun. The ones that we've been to.
Yeah, we haven't resumed since the pandemic.
Right.
And partially it's because other people need to help pick it up. And there's a lot of younger people that I really want to get involved. And I do have some cousins who I might be able to get involved.
The organizers, the standard organizers are aging out.
Right.
You get to a certain point where it's like it takes too much energy and too much physical work for people to get the work done that needs to get done.
We need the youngers, and that's our biggest thing. We were working with interns programs through University of Missouri, Kansas City. They worked with us. And what I found, one of my questions was, how do I get your age group interested? It was kind of interesting getting that feedback. We need to have the young, between 20 and 40 was my target audience. How do I get them more involved in social media? How do I get them more involved in our podcasts?
They need to put down their cell phones and start paying attention to their older people in their
that's
families.
Me and you.
Yes, put down your cell phone, you whippersnappers. And stop scrolling. Stop your Instagramming. I know what goes on there. Okay.
And that is exactly, my message is, aren't you all interested? But they were interested. They were a fabulous group. And I even had to write the teacher and say, I am so impressed how they got involved in it. They gave us samples of new websites and samples of social media. Were they interested
in the idea of family reunion / genealogy?
They really were. And their ideas were just wonderful. I mean, I'm hoping to have time this summer for you to do that, to implement some of their ideas.
Well, congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That's about the time we know that we need to cut this out. Do you have anything else you want to touch on, Kathleen?
Okay, we had the AI, the winner, the family reunion, and the newsletter. Yes, one last thing, John.
Yes.
I did a May newsletter. I'm already setting up with the June newsletter, and I will talk more about the AI so that people are clear on that in the June newsletter.
Is there any way I can get a copy of this newsletter? Where is this newsletter, Kathleen?
Right now, the newsletter is only on social media. But if you are on Linktree, there's a link that says newsletter.
Oh, okay. That's cool. So that's another reason to go to Linktree, subscribe, and then go to the newsletter to find out, I guess, cool stuff. I'll be going because I have absolutely no idea what might be in these newsletters.
It's linktr.ee/Hittin the Bricks without the G, of course, and no spaces. It's right there in Linktree, but it's also in social media.
Okay.
It's also on the blog page.
I'll find it on Facebook and
it's everywhere. Or John, you can always use Linktree, our one-stop shop.
Yes. Is there a kimchi sandwich in your future?
There is exactly a kimchi grilled cheese sandwich.
Okay, so this was a new thing.
It's delicious.
Yeah. But you have a twist on it, don't you?
I put it on sourdough bread, and you add just a little honey.
Right.
And you warm your kimchi, add a little honey. I add jalapenos to mine.
Oh, boy.
Melt the cheese, put it on my sourdough bread, and it is absolutely delicious.
A kimchi, honey, and jalapeno and cheese. Do you have any idea what our next podcast might be about?
I would like to talk about how to talk to your genealogist so that they understand your goal. So I had a consultation yesterday, John. Because of what they were saying in the email, it looked like they have done all this work and they were all ready to go to Scotland and Ireland until I actually had the conversation. And it dawned on me, oh no, we're still in America. We have a lot more to do.
So is this when to know when you're ready to jump the pond, or is this...
That's a perfect title. Okay. Before you jump the pond.
You jump the pond.
Yeah.
All right. So this will help you get ready to do big international research. Before you go international, all your questions answered. Plus, the end of civilization as we know it because of the interjection of artificial intelligence. All next week on Hittin the Bricks with Kathleen.
Sweetheart, eat something.
Well, congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode. Thanks so much for staying. Thanks to MyHeritage and Legacy Family Tree webinars. Thanks to Chewy Chewbacca Brandt, our part-time exonomist and full-time cruciverbalist, for his unwavering lack of interest in anything we're doing. The theme song for Hittin the Bricks was written and performed by Tony Fistknuckle and the Parades. Watch for their next appearance at the Ratskeller behind the Student Union at Howard University. You can find us wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. Do you have a genealogical dilemma or question for Kathleen? Drop us a line at hittinthebricks@gmail.com and let us know.